Hey everyone, today I'd like to show you what I think is the best way to loop and record music in Ableton Live. You don't need to play along to a metronome or a click track, you don't need any fancy audio or MIDI routing, and you don't need to spend time building complicated templates or setups. Instead, you can quickly record and brainstorm ideas with the ease and expressiveness I feel is so essential to making good music. You have an idea, and you record it, like this. Simple. Now let me show you how I did that. I'm in a fresh Ableton Live set and I'm ready to start creating something. I'm gonna first just pull in a couple instruments. We'll start with some drums, maybe a bass guitar. Next, I'm going to add the secret to my live looping setup. It's a Max for Live device called LibreLoop. This is a device I created that allows you to bypass Ableton Live's grid system and use the session view like you would a loop station. So let me pull this into my master track and we'll take a look at it. Looking at the interface, we have a couple buttons. This big button just fires the highlighted clip slot. You'll notice that it follows whichever track you have selected. And then the second button here toggles between what I call lead and follow mode. I'll talk a little bit more about these in a minute, but for now, let's just record something. So I have my drum set here, and let's say I have an idea. Okay, you'll notice my global tempo is at 120 BPM. I'm not going to worry about that for now. Instead, I'm just going to record a 1-bar loop. Okay, and you'll see right away we have a 1-bar loop in time, and our global tempo has changed to 83 BPM, which is the tempo I was just playing at. So this is the main thing to understand about LibreLoop. When it's in lead mode, it uses what you're playing to set Ableton's tempo, and when it's in follow mode, it works just like Ableton normally would. Everything is quantized or aligned to the grid according to your quantized settings. So now in follow mode, maybe I'll record a bass part and it will work with my 1-bar quantization here. Okay, so let's record something a little faster and we'll see how this works again. I'm going to change it back to lead mode and let's do maybe a 4 to the floor type beat. Okay, and you see once again we have a 1-bar loop in time and our BPM has been changed to 110. So LibreLoop also works with audio tracks. I have my electric guitar plugged in and I'm just going to record something to demonstrate how that works with audio. You'll notice once again my BPM is at 110. I'm not concerned with that. I'm just going to start recording. Once again, you'll notice we have a 1-bar loop and our BPM has been adjusted to match what we just played. So yeah, once again, that's really all you need to know about this device. But there are some other controls and settings and features that I'd like to show you guys. So let me put my guitar down and then I will look at some of those with you. Okay, so let's check out this controls button. Now when we click that, you'll see we have now some arrows. These will move between your tracks and clip slots. We have a stop button and a delete button. These work on the highlighted clip slot. If I didn't like that guitar part I played, I could just click delete. And we also have an arm track button, which will arm the selected track. So you can map these controls to your MIDI controller of choice. I have them mapped to the pads on my Arturia Keylab. Or you can also do what I've done and take an old USB computer keyboard and turn it into a DIY loop pedal station. So I have these mapped to a keyboard that I've taken most of the keys off, and I can control it with my feet like a pedal station. If you're interested in learning how to do that, maybe I'll make a video on that sometime, so just let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that. Moving on, we're going to look at some of the settings. These just give the device a little more utility and allow you to use it in different ways, different looping workflows. This first setting here refers to the number of bars used to set Ableton's tempo when you're in lead mode. This next setting toggles between clip and scene launch mode. When it's in clip mode, LibreLoop fires on the highlighted clip slot. When it's in scene mode, it instead fires the highlighted scene. This allows you to record multiple instruments or performers at once when you're looping. The next setting, auto loop, allows you to set a loop length ahead of time for when you're in follow mode. And then the follow action settings allow you to set a follow action that occurs once you've finished recording a clip. There are two settings here, two follow actions, one to arm the next track and one to record the next track. This is what you saw me using in the intro video, where I was as soon as I stopped recording one clip, the next one would start recording, and so on. These last two settings just refer to Live's quantization settings. You've noticed maybe that when I toggle between lead and follow mode, Live's global clip quantization changes. When it's in lead mode, it has to be none, because you're recording something freeform and you don't want that engaged. When it's in follow mode, this setting will reflect what you have selected here. So if I want 1 bar, it will set Live's global quantization for clips to 1 bar. Or if it wanted a half a bar, then that would show up there as well. And the last setting is just MIDI quantization. So if you want the MIDI notes you've recorded in a loop to be quantized, you can engage this setting and set the quantized value to your liking. This final setting is ROS mode, which stands for record on start. When this is engaged, LibreLoop will automatically start recording as soon as you start playing. And this threshold setting here sets the volume that you have to play louder for LibreLoop to start looping. That's helpful if you have a guitar or a mic or something with noise in the signal. Yeah, so I sort of breezed through those pretty quick. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. But I'm just going to give you a quick demonstration of what it looks like using some of these settings. So that's how I loop and record music in Ableton Live with LibreLoop. You can use this tool for brainstorming and ideation, quick beat production, practice, or live performance. But whatever you do, I hope it will be an aid to your workflow. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you can pick one up for yourself, and let me know in the comments what you think about it. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and definitely stay tuned, because I hope to be providing more tools and content aimed at simple, intuitive workflows in Ableton Live. Thanks for watching, be well, and make some music.